Good morning, gamers. Transit is for some reason universally considered to be one of, if not the worst zombies map in Call of Duty, but this quite frankly is fake news. Now, before you get started, I'm not looking through rose-tinted glasses at Transit with a nostalgia boner. I'm not making an edgy, controversial opinion video. I am in fact presenting objective reality to you. If you disagree, you probably have cognitive malfunction. Also, fun fact, all the people complaining about this map simply don't understand it and are in fact just bad at the game. The reason you don't understand this map is because you don't understand the story the map is telling. Let me set the scene. Following the events of Moon, the Earth is nuked, and the zombie outbreaks, which were previously contained to the previous maps, now affect the entire world. 10 years later, the Victus crew are trying to survive in this new world. And this is one of the key things that sets Transit apart from Black Ops 1. The narrative. These characters are not a group of super soldiers. They are survivors, normal people who are just trying to survive. And this is the important point. Transit is telling a story, and the complaints people have are negative of the storytelling that Transit is doing. The most controversial element of this map is the traversing from location to location. Now, early on, if you don't use the bus, it's incredibly difficult. Possible, but difficult, because of the fog, denizens, and lava. Now, all these things make sense from a narrative perspective. This is what we did to the Earth. There is lava and unusual weather and mutant creatures. But Transit is nice to us. It gives us the bus to carry us over these obstacles. And with the bus being the focal point of Transit, to not have these obstacles would make the bus obsolete. Transit continues to be nice to us. It gives us Juggernaut and Stamina Up to help moving through the fog. They also give us the melee weapons like the Bowie knife and the Galva knuckles to help kill the denizens. It's actually quite easy to move through the fog. Here is footage of me easily traversing through the fog, both early on with no perks and no melee weapons, and also later on once I'm fully kitted out. The bus is a fantastic feature, basically a mobile camping spot. Now, people like to complain that it is exposed and difficult to camp on, but Transit gives us multiple ways to improve and upgrade the bus to make high rounds more plausible. The ram on the front, the ladders that allow more room to move around and also give you a better vantage point over the zombies. You can also make it easier to use by adding the turret and the electric trap to add additional levels of protection. And in conclusion, moving around on the bus, killing zombies is really cool and makes this map incredibly fun and unique. People also complain about what is actually the greatest wonder weapon ever conceived, the jet gun. People who are lazy complain that it's difficult to build, difficult to use, and it breaks. I can understand why this may be annoying after all your previous experience just involves spinning the box and being handed the thunder gun. But this isn't a welfare program. It's actually a perfectly balanced wonder weapon. The jet gun is an infinite damage, infinite ammo wonder weapon, so why should it be easy to get? Also, why would it be easy to use? Surely such a powerful weapon would demand a unique level of skill to use, and that it isn't ridiculously easy. Oh, but it breaks. Yeah, as expected. It's been cobbled together with scraps in a wasteland. Of course it will break, especially if you misuse this. All of this adds together to make for what is the most perfectly balanced wonder weapon. One area Transit uses the game mechanics to tell the story of the world we're in is in its use of war weapons. One of the main complaints people make about Transit is the lack of war weapons, as if Treyarch just forgot to put wall guns around the map. In reality, 10 years following the start of a zombie apocalypse that humanity hasn't been able to recover from, weapons are going to be scarce. Weapon scarcity is clearly a narrative element that Treyarch is using, and they've clearly thought about this weapon placement. They put the shotgun in the farm. If you were scavenging a wasteland, a farm is like a very likely place you will find a shotgun. People also complain about how awkward pack-a-punch is to access. Well, it's actually really easy. You place a turbine here, the door opens here. But that's too easy. The game adds a challenge, which also serves to create some unique gameplay situations. Do you save a zombie and make the trip without killing him so the turbine isn't destroyed, wasting time, not getting points? It's also boring. Do you and your friends split up, one staying at power, one going to town, risking certain death if one of you were to go down, as revival would be more or less impossible? This isn't your father's Black Ops 1, where the pack-a-punch is safe and easy to access. This is creating a challenge and making the map more high stakes and putting the player in situations where they need to make choices weighing up risks and coordinating with their teammates. This is the first map where separating from your teammates actually carry a substantial risk, leading to this map being the best map if you want a good challenge to enjoy with your friends. Now, Tombstone is considered a bad perk, when it is in fact perfectly designed for transit. As I previously mentioned, getting separated on transit and then going down makes revival borderline impossible. So wouldn't the perfect perk for that situation be being able to leave your weapons and other perks at your death location for you to recover the following round, adding a good risk-reward ratio as to whether you use the perk, as you can't get revived after you've used it, and also giving you another opportunity to work with your teammates, getting them to go to your death spot so that when you spawn in, you can easily pick it up again. Also, in terms of perks, this map introduces Double Tap 2.0, which becomes probably a perk you buy every game from this point onwards. Another cool feature on this map is the hatch. I think it gives you a really interesting choice. You can either use it to get the Galvanicles, a valuable melee weapon given the denizens, but once you've used it, you're not likely to go back there. Or do you use it to upgrade the bus, where you'll end up using it quite a lot, but you've sacrificed the access to the best melee weapon in the game. The bank and weapons locker are also cool features, especially with the Easter eggs on this map being so closely related to Die Rise and Buried, allowing you to carry your items and points from map to map. And the nature of transit contributes to why this kind of thing isn't completely overpowered. The bank is at the very end of the map. You've got to survive all the way to get there before you can deposit or withdraw your points. Along with that, the weapons locker is the only fixed POI in the room it's in. The only reason to open this door would be to access the weapons locker. Yes, I know the box can spawn in there, but it's pretty random. But with the way that they've placed the bank and the weapons locker, it makes them less overpowered than they are on, say, Die Rise or Buried. Another cool feature on this map is the effect of the fog on how you explore the map. With the fog making it difficult for you to see very far, it keeps the imagination alive about what else could be out there. If you're experiencing this map for the first time, you simply don't know if you've been to all the locations on the map yet. I wonder how long it would take a new player to naturally find Nectar and Toten without seeing a video on the internet. You'll notice a bit of a theme in all the complaints people make. They are complaining about things that make the game difficult and inconvenient. If you quite simply get good at the game, these aren't problems, but features that make the game more fun and challenging. So my message to all the people who have made these videos about how much they hate transit and how bad it is, get good. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Josh, if this is such a difficult map, and it's best experienced by capable players with their friends, it doesn't make sense for it to be the launch map for Black Ops 2's release. Now, that would be a good point. Obviously we want the launch map to have, a broad appeal for all players to be able to play, like Kino to Toten. But with Black Ops 2, it didn't just come with transit, did it? It came with Town, Farm and Bus Depot, all simple, easy maps, and you can even buy Nuketown, which came out on release, which was quite cheap. So Black Ops 2 actually gives you a really nice range of maps on release, catering to different players' skills, so that everyone is able to play the mode. So, in conclusion, Transit is the greatest map of all time, with the best balanced wonder weapon, a perfect level of challenge for experienced players, and tells an excellent story, not just with the Easter egg, but also utilising the environment and game mechanics to tell that story and emphasise what has happened to the world following the events of Moon. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy your next game of Transit, now that I've enlightened you in how to truly enjoy and appreciate this map. If by any chance you happen to disagree with me, please leave me an angry comment below. Please make sure to call me mean names, I will be sure to read them. If you enjoyed the video, I do have other controversial opinions on Call of Duty Zombies, which I plan to express through videos on youtube.com, so remember to subscribe so that you know when I do that.